hour narrated tour of the city of Salem.
I know. That's what I was saying. I wonder where our house is.
We get there when we get there.
It's like near the end.
Yeah, why would we be within the hour?
Chilling.
It depends on, like for instance, how long it takes this guy to take a right. Or the guy in front of him to take a left.
Can you turn it up a little bit?
There, how's that? Better? Awesome.
It'll take us an hour to get home.
Not necessarily. It depends on where our house is on the stop, on the tour.
So here we are, straight ahead of us, you guys will see Salem Common. This is the oldest city common in the United States. It gets its name from the fact that it was common ground set aside where everybody in the city could bring their livestock to graze. You'll notice as we go by, these big beautiful houses, they don't have a lot of room between them for backyards. So they needed a place where everybody could kind of plant their crops. Before there was supermarkets, so everything you ate either was grown by you or somebody reasonably close to you. We had this area set aside for that. Now the fence around the common, that is decorated with pineapples. Now the pineapple is a symbol of, does anybody know? Welcome, hospitality, yes. So when Salem ships, they would trade in the Pacific. They trade with Pacific Islanders. Didn't always know, who was friendly, who was hostile. So the peaceful natives, they would take their pineapples, they would stick them on the end of their spear, they would stand them up in the sand at the edge of the beach, or they would wave them to the ships going by. And that was a sign that the Islanders were friendly, saying, hey, come on, why don't you come trade with us? That symbol was brought back here to Salem, and today you'll find it everywhere. If you've ever seen a pineapple on a door knocker, over a doorway, on a flag, it's welcoming you into that house. You'll even sometimes find a pineapple on top of each post of an antique 4-post bed. Now, according to legend, one of those pineapples was removable. So let's say you had a house guest, and what do they say about house guests? Like fish, they stink after 3 days. So while your guest was out, you'd go upstairs into that room, you'd take down that pineapple and you'd hide it away. Sometimes there was even like a secret compartment inside the post where you could stick it. Got a bug up here. Great. Well, as long as it stays there, I'm fine.
Yep.
You go upstairs, you'd take down that pineapple, you'd hide it away. Eventually your guests would come home, they would go upstairs, get ready for bed, look around the room, see only 3 pineapples, and that was your polite New England Yankee way of saying, get the hell out of my house.
Yep.
Now I'm told no matter how many times this trick was tried, it never worked on anybody's in-laws. Now, the Salem Common, in Salem kind of more generally, is regarded as the birthplace of the American National Guard. And that's because they're on the Common. Is that another balloon?
Yep, man down, it's all good.
All right. And that is because back in April of 1637, we had the first muster of an English colonial militia right here on Salem Common. And we reenact that event every April. As close as we can get to the anniversary date. So we have, all these guys are in their old-fashioned outfits. They have their old-fashioned muskets. Some of them have pikes. It's really cool. They do some drills. They parade around. Then they have a ceremony down at the Common. And at that ceremony, they have a couple of howitzer cannons and some horses. Wow. Now, one year, some guys tied those horses up to that big wrought iron fence that surrounds the Common. And when the howitzers went off, those horses, they bolted. They tore down a huge section of that fence. It took them a little bit to get the horses under control. Those guys got in quite a bit of trouble for doing that. The city spent several years actually trying to raise the money to repair that huge section of the wrought iron fence. Now here we go, you see the back of this statue, and we'll talk a little bit more about this statue as we kind of come back around this way. This statue was built in the, or made, I guess, created in around 1912 or so by the famous sculptor Henry Kitson. It's a statue of Roger Conant, who founded Salem. And you'll see as we get kind of closer, you'll notice that as the statue like goes up from that rock base, it gets less and less detailed as it goes up. And that's obviously because why are you going to waste your time putting all these details way up at the top of the statue when no one can see it? You're going to put all that detail where it's a little bit closer to eye level. So as we pass by, you're going to see the wonderful...